And what I'd like to share with you now is just showing you another paper punch pattern finished with a lovely background and doing the top black terracotta. Now the choice is, do you want to color the top of that terracotta finish? You can use any product you want. You can sand this product and you could carve it out a little bit more. If there's an imperfection in some of the work, you could use a little X-Acto knife and just kind of clean it up a little bit. But metallics over black is most complementary to what you're doing, so keep that in mind. But you could use acrylic paints and you could use metallics and wax finishes for highlighting, and pretty much enjoy the process to your likings. Setting this aside, I'm going to show you how it's applied to a full surface. Again, we're going to take what I think is enough product. I'm going to be sure to close this and keep it less exposed to the air as possible. That way you don't have a waste. We're going to work below the line, but again, with the masking tape in place. This way I don't have to worry if I do go over the tape, because the tape is actually masking off any part that's unwanted. Right now my purpose is that I'm just working it onto the surface. There are multitude ways that you can enhance this with fun designs. Share that with you. We have little plastic tools that are like a little stencil, and you can drag and carry like any kind of design you want. What's also nice is that we have a little bit of a different texturing here. You could see some of the lines that the stencil made. Well, that's bringing it down to the natural surface. And the two surfaces, one's colored, and also I'm just going to share with you too, I've got some on my fingers that I want to get off like right away, and the baby wipe just takes care of that. What I also want to show you is, in case you wanted just a nice smooth but textured surface, let's take this back over here and show you that we can just touch carefully with a cosmetic sponge and drag it down, close up all of those little openings, clean off the edges, and there you have a really nice surface, a cleaner surface than what we first started out with, which also gives you this effect. And I made this cute little pouch jewelry piece with one main piece of gourd. What I've created, though, is an illusion of several different textured surfaces. This right here happens to be the natural surface right in here. I burned a little circle design, and then with a stipple brush I tapped in on this area the black terracotta, leaving this the natural surface. So you've got like a three-raised surface, because the additional one is the embossing powder that gives you another texture, which, by the way, if you stay tuned, there's going to be another video showing you all the fun stuff of using embossing powder. So I'm going to set this aside and again remind you the differences of the surface. Now here is the finish. From here I had tape up here while I was doing the terracotta, removed it after it dried, and then applied embossing powder for a lovely two-surface technique. Back to the original fern idea too, is that this also has embossing powder up here, and instead of using all of the black terracotta on the surface. On here, I used the more colorful. What I'd like to share with you on this one now that I left it black is that we have this wonderful product as well, terracotta, but it is also a Fiaro. The name Fiaro is only distinguishing between the two products. The Fiaro has added metallic and actual metallic in it, as you can see the glow of this lovely gold. And a lovely green is another one that I'm going to share with you. But let's just say we want to keep the background of this with the black terracotta, and let's do a gold fern. Putting this right in place. Now, because the terracotta surface here is a little bit rough and porous now, you have to press pretty good just to make sure that you get a good connection with that fern. And with a clean palette knife, I don't want any more of the black on here, and you know I didn't clean this right away, so this is going to take me a little bit more work, but it came off. But just to let you know, it takes a little bit more work to clean off if you don't do it right away. So this is like really rich and creamy product. Gold Fiaro. Same texturing though. I'm going to move this out of the way. Goes on exactly the same way, but we're going now texture over texture is what we're doing. And there is a gold fern. If you find that you've made an imperfection in the pattern, such as right here, take some of this off carefully before it has a chance to set. And all you need to do with your X-Acto knife is catch it just like this and just push it in place. So you're covering up. Well, it wants to come back off on the knife, but we covered up that one spot, and then let's do this one. So actually what we're going to try to do is tap it in place so it will grab and not lift it again. So again, let's clean off the X-Acto knife of any excess terracotta for the moment, because all it keeps doing is lifting off. Now that the knife is clean, you see how we can work this in, and we closed it up and cleaned up that part, and we kind of fixed that really nice. What will happen when it dries, it will all just blend right in. Here's a little spot right in here that got a little bit weak, and now it's all coated, and it will dry really nice. That's a pretty gold. And you could leave it as is or enhance it and highlight it with any color you want after that. One other thing is to share with you the other surfaces for those of you who are paper art and rubber stamper scrapbookers. This is a wonderful product used here on a canvas board that was given a background. Then I did the leaves and I leafed them with metal leafing. So your imagination just is endless with the use of this, and you can have fun and do your thing. I thank you for your time and spending time with me visiting on my website and technique page. Please visit my shopping cart if you're interested in any of these products. Thank you.